Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day. Here's Val with another video to keep your Game of Thrones anxiety at bay. So we already know that the Tower of Joy flashback will definitely be included in Season 6. We don't need to keep repeating this. But there's actually more to say about it. More speculations! Yay! As you guys may remember, the original casting call that we all assumed was for Arthur Dayne said that they needed a legendary swordsman and a paragon of knighthood. He carries a hugely famous sword on his back. We are looking for the best swordsman in Europe to play this part. Please note that this character is a fighting legend and we will need a hugely impressive display of swordplay in very spectacular fight scenes. 1 week commencing 25th of September, playing age 30 to 45. What you want to pay attention to here is the fact that they're asking for someone who's very skilled at swordplay, and also the age gap that's very wide from 30 to 45 years old. Thanks to our filming schedule intel, we know that the timing for this, 1 week commencing 25th of September, means that this will be filmed at the Zafra castle in Spain, which will be the outdoor shots of the tower. But soon after there was a new casting call that is so similar to this one, it feels more like an updated version of it. It says, Legendary Sword Fighter, male 30 to 35 years old. Notice the age gap is narrower now. This heroic handsome figure is a legendary sword fighter, and we want someone who looks heroic and like a fierce and efficient experienced fighter. We need a muscular physique and heroic look. He really does have to have a physical impact. The flamboyant aspects of the fighting will be taken over by a stunt fighter, but we need someone who looks like they can take care of themselves. Appears in one episode and has a couple of lines, but the fight scene in which he appears is massive and memorable. Shoot dates are week commencing 28th September in Northern Ireland. The reason why it sounds like an updated version of it is because they're asking for a legendary fighter again, and it's very unlikely that there will be two different ones. Also, this one is wanted more for their looks and their sword fighting skills. The narrower age gap would definitely be meant to match the age that Arthur Dayne would have been during the fight, and also to increase the chances of finding a face and body that don't look too off. Now, did you pay attention to that last line? Did you? Shoot dates are the week commencing on the 28th of September, which matches the film schedule for the Zafra castle as well, but they said Northern Ireland, not Spain. If these two casting calls are indeed for Arthur Dayne, then the speculation here is that maybe David and Dan are planning on filming the fight starting inside of the tower, which could just be filmed in the Belfast studios, and then maybe the fight will eventually move outside of the tower, where they'll have the stunt double take over for the rest of it with the outdoor shots that they got in Spain. So yeah, that was it. Just fun theorizing. Now for filming locations, HBO had its first taste of Spain back in Season 5 when they were filming the Dorne scenes, and now they can't get enough of it, choosing over 5 different locations to film in for Season 6. The local economy is enjoying quite the boost. So many filming locations, and HBO has said it's not you, it's me to Croatia and dumped it like a hot potato. Nah, it was actually nicer than that, but out of the way Croatia, Spain is coming. Mis hermanos. No, they actually are my conquerors, not brothers. HBO confirmed that based on story and location needs, Game of Thrones will not be filming in Croatia for Season 6. They also said, although the question of whether the production will return to Croatia in the future will be decided once additional seasons are officially set by HBO. At that time, the production along with HBO will assess their location needs based on the scripts and storylines. But what does this mean? Croatia has been the main location for King's Landing scenes ever since Season 2. What's happening to King's Landing in Season 6? Well, it seems like we're not gonna get much of it, or at least no outdoor shots. Don't worry, I doubt that David and Dan are having Cersei skip a season like Bran did or anything. I mean, her story is on fire right now, and we only just got introduced to Robert Strong for the first time. They must show more of that. But all of it will more than likely be filmed in Belfast. Another thing that's worth mentioning is a Reddit post on Game of Thrones at Reddit of Ice and Fire, which reads, "And I was walking past the main hangar and the doors were open, so I had a cheeky peek in and there was a metric shit ton of gasoline petrol. Like, I'm talking about 20-gallon barrels filled with this stuff. So I thought about it, and I'm guessing there's either going to be a fire in the Red Keep throne room, as that set is built in Northern Ireland, maybe the whole Cersei going Mad King in King's Landing will lead up to it, or it's simply being used for fuel for the crew vehicles. Some other people are hoping for dragons to come, but I think it's a bit too soon for that. Who knows? Just another thing we'll have to wait for. So back on track. Girona will be the first of the many Spain filming locations. It will fill in for both Bravos and Old Town, so we can safely assume that we'll be seeing a lot of Sam and Arya next season. There's also 2 Benedictine monasteries that could serve as a citadel, Sant Pere de Galligant and St. Daniel. Although with all of those plants that could also be a high garden scene. Either way, this is exciting. Navarra will be the second location after they're done in Girona, and as you can see, it looks very desert-like, with a lot of rocky formations, which right away makes us think of the Dothraki Sea, where we should see more of that huge Kalasar from last season, and Dario and Jorah searching for Dany and Drogon. It could also be scenes around Meereen and Yunkai, or even scenes in Dorne, or all of them, why not? The production timing for this location also coincides with the arrival of thousands of sheep that come graze here for the fall and winter every year. Free sheep! Bleh. Next up we have Peniscola on the eastern coast of Valencia, which looks like this. Palm trees, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and guess Dorne. They were casting extras for this location asking specifically for dark-haired people, so that's another hint. It could also be an Essos location again. But there's other exciting rumors as well. The looks of Peñiscola also match the description for Starfall, which is a castle in Dorne and the seat of House Dane. This is where Ned came to deliver Arthur Dane's legendary sword after he perished during the raid on the Tower of Joy. This would mean more flashback content. Could it be that they're going to have an entire episode be a flashback? That would be pretty cool, you know, getting the full-on story instead of just bits and pieces. They could also use this location to film Dorne scenes that haven't happened in the book yet, because as you know, we're in that territory now. Almeria is the next stop in this Game of Thrones road trip, and it would be a perfect sun spear. Rumors talk about a battle scene happening here, for 3 reasons. They will be filming here for about 2 weeks, from October 10th to the 23rd. The casting call asked for bulkier guys. One of the locations in Almeria will host a number of horses. So those could be either part of a battle, or just a Dothraki horde going by. So once again, Essos, Dorne, tomato, potato, potatoes? Anyways. The 2 other locations are the Zafra castle, which we already know all about, but there's also the Santa Florentina castle, which could definitely stand in for Hornhill, the seat of House Tarly. We may get to see Sam dropping off Gilly and the baby there, hopefully not running into his dad. Hopefully. Thanks to the casting calls that we heard about months ago where they asked for a pirate character, it's not a surprise anymore that the Greyjoys are coming back. It is known that the Ballantoy Harbor, where they filmed the Iron Islands in Season 2, will make another appearance in the next season. And sources say it won't be the only harbor. Irish Thrones speculates that it may be Dun Severick or Port Bratton. But either way, we may be getting some Kingsmoot goodness. I mean, if you think it's goodness. And the last location I will talk about is Glenarm. On August 16th, someone posted on Twitter that they saw some Game of Thrones filming going on there. This is one of those locations that are usually needed for walking scenes when the characters are on the road or on their way somewhere. So that's it for now, guys. If you're not caught up on all the news yet, you can go watch my other Game of Thrones news videos. And if you're not subscribed yet, then I hope you like my videos enough to do so. Thanks! See you in the next one. Okay, this shirt is wasted all the way down here. You guys really need to see this. Yeah! You get it, right? So cool. So cool.